You gotta recognize the difference, listen to your pastor, between a process you need and an attack you gotta endure. The devil is strategic. He said, I've been watching you for 40 days and you ain't ate nothing. I'ma offer you something you need now, praying you forfeit what you gonna get later. God, I told them to put on the full armor, and they walking around with no breastplate and no shield. So I tell you what, hit him in the chest. Father, I need you to know. The devil knows if he can't make you extinct, he will try to exhaust you. The fast is meant to develop me. And if it's developing me for my next level, that means it's a what? Obstacle. What's the opposition? Satan tempting him. The enemy gonna show up to Jesus and say what? If you're really the Son of Man, what do you want him to do? Turn these stones into bread. Why would the devil ask him to turn stones into bread? Because he was hungry. The devil ain't complicated. The devil is strategic. He said, I've been watching you for 40 days and you ain't ate nothing. So I'm not gonna ask you for so-and-so. What I'm gonna say is, I need you to do what? Watch this. I want you to offer you what your flesh needs. It ain't deep. I'm gonna offer you something you need now, praying you forfeit what you gonna get later. Did you catch that? I tell you what, if you're really the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. What's the lesson in that, PMJ? You don't get opposed until you're close to something powerful. I hope you can hear with your prophetic ears right now. You're close to something. God told me to tell you the reason the attack on your life has intensified, it's because you are close to something. And I don't know who this is for. You're not just close to something. You are close to that thing that will flip everything you've been praying for. That's why he's after your mind. That's why he's after your spirit. That's why your faith is under attack, because the devil knows you are too close to give up now. The devil said, if we don't take them out in March, by the time this summer hit, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing with them. I wish I had 1,000 folk that would give God praise. When the devil start messing with your mind, picking at your circle, coming at your children, you close to something. And what he's hoping is you will quit, because the devil knows if he can't make you extinct, he will try to exhaust you. But you ought to touch your spirit and say, I just got my second wind. Something in me just woke up. Now I realize no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Give me my joy back. Give me my peace back. Give me my favor back. Give me my mind back. Give me my position back. Give me my power back. Give me back my anointing. You got to recognize the difference between a process you need and an attack you got to endure. How do I know it's a process I need? Because it's making me better. Notice I didn't say a process you want. Who want to go through hell? Who want to deal with betrayal? Who want to deal with devils and demons? I don't want it. But Lord, if that's what I got to go through to be better, because obstacles require strength. Opposition requires strategy. Fasting is an obstacle. Can I be strong enough to not eat? Tithing is an obstacle. It's so much I can do with this money, but will I be strong enough to put God first? That's why I don't talk about tithe. I don't raise offerings like that. You want to know why? Because it hit me about 13 years ago. Giving is an obstacle. That's something you got to decide if you're strong enough to do. And if I'm not careful, if you're not spiritually intelligent enough, every time you hear somebody talk about giving, you're going to get offended. When you don't realize that's just the devil using a spiritual principle as opposition. I said I wasn't going to do nothing when I was dating this person. Can you hold out? That's an obstacle. Will I remain a tither? That's an obstacle. I said I wasn't going to smoke and drink and go out no more. That's an obstacle. That's proven if you are strong enough. What's the difference, PMJ? Opposition requires strategy. Hey, this is what we getting ready to do. It's some stuff on my family, some generational curses we got to break. I'm not strong enough to outrun alcoholism. That's why I don't let liquor in my house. Every man in my family before my dads and my two uncles, they were alcoholics. Most of them were strung out on alcohol. All the McClure men were alcoholics. So that's why I don't have friends who drink. I don't try to be around people who drink a lot. I don't want alcohol in my house. Why, PMJ? I don't like it, but it's in me. I'm almost scared that the moment I get a sip of it, the spirit in my bloodline gonna start calling for more. So I come up with a strategy. So when I'm strong, that means I am convicted in such a way I can't stop. Why is that important, PMJ? Because obstacles require patience, resilience, and skill. Opposition requires wisdom, spiritual strategy, and discernment. You remember when Nehemiah was building the wall? They came to him and said, bro, you ought to stop. People want to meet with you. Come meet with us. Why didn't he stop with them? Because he realized not everything deserves your energy. Obstacles require effort, but opposition requires spiritual wisdom to know when to walk away. Some of you are in some situations where it's time to walk away because obstacles are about you. Opposition is about your impact. What you're doing is a threat to something bigger than you. Obstacles are designed. Opposition is assigned. If something is designed, that means it has a what? A designer. The outfit you're wearing was designed by a designer. You are wearing somebody's vision. Most designers are frustrated when they see you in their clothes because you ain't wearing it right. Certain stores, when you get there, the mannequin is wearing how they want it to look. What do we do when we see the mannequin? I like the top, don't like the bottom. Because you see what they designed, but you know how you want to wear it. So God sends an obstacle when you ain't wearing your anointing right. God like, oh my God, I told them to put on the full armor and they walking around with no breastplate and no shield. So I tell you what, hit him in the chest. Father, I need you to put on the breastplate of right. God, I will be righteous. Hit him in the chest. Now they can go to the next level. Because when God designed your obstacle, he designed it from a prophetic standpoint. And God is like, I know what level I'm taking them to. They not going to survive that next level if I don't refine them on this level. You wanna know why I have such a heart for my young people? Why I was willing to almost take a pay cut just to bring in a good youth pastor? Why I make sure whatever they want on Wednesday nights they get? Because he used my boys to refine that. After you go downstairs and watch them playing the game all day, playing ball, you realize I can be everything to them but they pastor. They need a pastor. No, it's hard for me to be their pastor after I just caved their chest in. Clean up. John chapter 5. But seriously, but spiritually. Listen to me when I say this. The obstacle of raising good young boys, young men rather, refined my skill to realize it was a need, gave me the patience to deal with it and the character to remain faithful to it. But if you run from the obstacle, on the next level, you become underdeveloped. Hear me when I say this. You can't out nice being a threat to somebody. Some of you are exhausting yourself trying to dim a light that is becoming undimmable. What more you want me to do? I took a step back. I'm not talking. I'm promoting you. Now, what else do you want from me? I can't help it. God has me undeniable and unignorable. I'm gonna leave you with this example. Joseph gets thrown in the pit. What's the pit? An obstacle. What was the opposition? His brothers hating him. That means the pit was an obstacle he had to endure. That was a process of his development.